Hello everyone. In this edition of the video bid line bulletin, we're going to talk a little bit about multiple bid groups, clear schedule start next, and else start next. So we're going to start by first adding a pairings bid group, and hit apply. And we're going to throw in some prefer off here. We'll select a long weekend here. So we got prefer off from the 22nd to the 25th. We're going to hit apply. We can go back. We can avoid pairings. Let's say duty legs greater than 3. Hit reset all. And let's see here. Do some award pairings. Award pairings, we'll say layover stations, hit the drop down, and we'll select Nashville for this one. Hit apply. We'll say total legs in first duty less than 3. And we'll go ahead and reset all these boxes. We'll say award pairings with, let's go with average daily credit. We'll do greater than, type in the number 7 here, hit apply. And we'll type in the number 6, just hit the drop down for that and hit apply. And we'll go with reset all and close. Now with this particular bid, we don't need more than one bid group because we don't have multiple bid groups, but let's say we want to have a way to say waive to our days off to 3 in the next one. So what we can do is we can select the entire bid group, copy it all, and paste. Now if we did try to submit this bid, we would run into an error and it would tell us that we have multiple bid groups without a way to move between them, with it either needing a clear schedule start next or else start next. So that's what we're going to need to do. So in this bid group, we're going to add an instruction here. So we're going to add instruction, clear schedule start next bid group, and hit apply. And that's always going to default down to the bottom of the bid. The reason that is the way this bid is going to process is it's going to need to honor all of these days off, avoid pairings if any duty greater than 3, and then it's going to start saying, okay, give me as many overnights as I can in Nashville. The way this reads from top to bottom, if it can completely fill all of your entire schedule by the time it reads this line, it'll do so. Now, of course, I made a little error here, so we're going to remove this out of here. I'm going to edit this line, award pairings, and then I can just uncheck the layover part of this one right here. There we go. Hit apply. Now that part is gone. Let it reset all and close. So now that's going to get us back to awarding total legs if any legs in the first duty is less than 3. We can take a look and see what kind of trips that might come up with by using the analyzer. Hit the little hamburger menu, hit analyze, and see that there's a pretty good amount of trips that actually might bring in for us. Any of the trips in orange are going to be filtered out by some of your preferences. So then it's going to look for pairings with credit greater than 7, and then pairings greater than 6. So at this point in this bid, if it has not completely built you a line by the time it hits line 7 here, it's going to run into this clear schedule start next bid group. Because what it's not going to do by using this command is it's not going to allow this award pairings line to run. What that award pairings line is any pairings that are still remaining that you haven't bid for in any of the award statements, but in the first run, it will still try to honor these two avoid preferences, but with any of the pairings remaining that you have not bid yet. So again, what this clear schedule start next bid group does is it does not allow the award pairings line to run. So if you don't use enough award statements, let's say you use too many prefer, offer, avoid statements, you could run into a situation where there's just not going to be enough pairings available to bid from what you bid because you've either filtered out too many pairings or you just physically haven't bid enough pairings. So in order to counteract that, we can try to use a different command. That other command is called else start next. Now, there's no need or no reason to use clear schedule start next and else start next. So we'll go ahead and delete the clear schedule start next. Now what we can do is we can add an else start next to either one or multiple prefer, off, and avoid statements. So here we can say edit. We'll follow the prefer off and we'll click the letters, and then we'll add else start next bid group and hit apply. We can also come down here and edit this line. Oops. Edit this line, avoid pairings, duty legs, and we can check else start next here if we want to. We'll just do it. And then this also would count deadhead legs. This is a little selection that's hidden in there as well. The else start next on this particular line would actually be found all the way at the bottom. So we can hit apply, reset all, close. Now the way that this bid runs is these two top lines here, since they have an else start next, cannot be denied in this particular bid group. Of course, we could remove those, but for the sake of argument here, we're not going to. So these two lines cannot be honored. Then it's going to try to award you any layovers in Nashville. Again, if it can complete your line at this point, it will do so. Then it's going to say, find me award pairings if first legs in the first duty are less than 3. If it again can complete the line by here, it'll stop. And then it's going to say award average daily credit greater than 7 and then greater than 6. Now, let's say your line still hasn't been completed at this point. Now, since we're not using clear schedule start next, the award pairings line here can run. And what that award pairings line again is all remaining pairings that you have not bid, but they will still have to honor these two prefer offs and awards here. So again, all remaining pairings can be run, but these two will still be honored. Now, let's say that it still can't complete your line. At this point, one of these two items here is holding up your ability to get a line. So it's going to move on to this bid group at this point. Now in this bid group, these two lines can possibly be denied. So since they're the same bid group, let's say it didn't complete the line, now it's got to run in denial mode. It's going to say, can this person be a line holder with honoring these days off? If the answer is yes, then it seems to be that this line would be the culprit. It would throw this line out, rerun the bid, and then complete the line if it can from here. And that is basically the difference between clear schedule start next and I'll start next.